Hey golfers, Tony McMullen, the founder of Smart Golf Academy here. Today, we're going to talk about putting. I'm going to help you in your setup to get you more square to your line. And I'm also going to give you a drill that will help you to make more of those close range putts inside of 10 feet by getting you where you're set up more on your line and you're set up more squarely to hit the ball the way you want to hit the ball and put the ball in the cup. When we look at your tour statistics, most of your tour pros at 3 feet, they make 99% of their putts. I know what you're thinking. Well, what happened to the 1%? Well, everybody's human, okay? At 4 feet, they're 92%. 5 feet, they're 70%. 6 feet, all of a sudden they start dropping down to that 1 out of every 2 range. They're at 53%. Beyond that, at 10 feet, we're at right around 40%. Now, these are guys and gals that make their living at putting. If you want to putt as well as they do, we want to work on your setup, and we want to work on making putts inside of 10 feet, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get to that, real quickly, if you are not already a subscriber to the Smart Golf Academy YouTube channel, we'd love for you to be one. We've got over 1,000 subscribers. Actually, there's almost 1,300 of them now. We've helped a lot of people to get to the goals that they want to get to for their game and improve their performance, and we are sure that we can do the same for you. And if you're so inclined, leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know on topics that you would like to see us make videos on, content that we could help you to improve your game. Now, on to what we're talking about with putting today. I'm going to show you a setup that you can do at home that you don't even need a cup for. You can just have something you're putting to. I'm going to show you a quick way to use that as a drill to make you a better putter. So good putting begins and ends with a good setup. What is a good setup? Well, let me give you a visual first, kind of a picture of what your setup should be and what it should do for you. Picture a railroad track. You've got one track that you're standing on and the other track that you would be putting on, okay? Now, obviously, we don't want them that far apart, but you get the idea. Maybe a ladder might be a better visual for you because things are closer together. So what I've done here is I've got a couple of sticks on the ground here, a couple of driveway sticks. They're 6 feet long. You can substitute, if you don't have 2 of those, maybe you have 4 regular sticks. You can put those down on the ground in line. Or golf clubs. You can use golf clubs for this, okay? You can even use string as long as you get enough tension to make sure it's a straight line. So what I have here, what I've done is I've got one stick that goes to my target, okay? Which, by the way, if you're at home and you don't have a putting studio like we do here, which is understandable, you can do this in your basement or you can do it in your living room, anywhere that you have a floor that has carpet that you can putt on, okay? You can actually take a cup, a Dixie cup, or something that's relative in size to a cup that you'd be putting into on the golf course and put it down, and you can putt to that, okay? So I've arranged these 2 sticks here. What I have here is this one that's closest to me actually has my feet lined up roughly about a foot to the left of the cup. If you're left-handed, it would be the other side, obviously. What does that do for me? Well, that puts me in a position where if my toes are right at that line and I set my putter down, I'm looking straight down onto my line. I don't want to be back here, and I don't want to be on the other side of it trying to look back at it. I want to be in position to look straight down at the stick. What am I going to do? Well, now I can set up my chest is 90 degrees to the line that I want to swing on. So if I tilt forward, the club lands right on top of the stick, and then I'm going to make some practice strokes. Back, through, back, through. Your stroke. Your shoulders should move just like this. They should rock. They should never twist. We don't want a twisting in the shoulders trying to hit a good putt because that's going to create an issue with the club face. It's going to open and close to match my shoulders rocking. Difficult to putt that way. Not impossible, but difficult. Okay? So when you set up, I'm looking straight down at the line. My head is very still. I have a proper grip, and I'm just going to rock the shoulders. Okay? I'm going right to the cup. Then I'm going to move to my next point. This is really important. This is the drill. After you've got this set up here, you are not going to walk to the next drill, to the next point. You are going to laterally move up the line, like so. And then reset your setup. Back and through, back and through. Now, what did that lateral move do for us? It keeps you orientated to the line that you want to be on, okay? When you start moving around, start twisting and turning, it's very easy to lose that line. The whole idea of what we're working on here is training you to see the ball and to be in position to hit better putts. Once I'm here in this position right here, I'd like to be able to move to my next position without losing this. So I'm just going to move laterally, back and through, and I'm swinging right on top of that stick, which takes me right to the cup. I'm releasing the putter. I'm going to go again. I'm going to reset, and I'm going to do the same thing right down the line, making sure that my shoulders are rocking and not twisting. Okay, so now we have a good understanding of what our setup should be, how it works, what it produces, and we've done a drill to get ourselves set up correctly and able to swing the putter correctly. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to putt some golf balls. I've arranged 3 golf balls here, roughly 18 to 20 inches, and then about 3.5 feet, and then maybe 5 feet, okay? Notice they're short distance. You have a lot of short distance putts when you're playing golf, and so you want to work on these putts inside of 5 feet. Get really proficient at them. Get really comfortable with them. So your 1-putt range is expanding. It's getting further and further away. Some of you, once you get out of that 1-foot range, you're praying that somebody says, that's good, pick it up. Because it's 50-50 whether you're going to make it or not. We want you to get to the point of where you get to about 4 feet out and you're still confident that you're going to actually make that putt. Let me say this too. As you're working on this, okay, you are introducing something new. You're learning to putt maybe a little bit differently than the way you have putted. So when you start putting golf balls, be patient. We are looking for performance, not perfection. You may not make all of these. Maybe you will. That's great. What you actually are looking for is that your setup would have you in a position to be looking down at the ball, straight down at the ball, and in control of what your body's doing as far as making the stroke. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to set up here. I'm going to set the face first. I'm going to step in. I've removed the stick that's going to the cup, but I kept the one that's close to me so I can stay in a proper position. I'm going to set up over it. I'm going to hit my putt, hold my finish. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to move laterally to my next golf ball because I don't want to lose this position. I'm training my body. So I get here, set up, hold my finish, good. And one more, I'm going to move laterally, maintaining my orientation to the golf ball in the line, set up over it, shoulders rock. And I missed that last one. But that's okay, remember what I said. We are training our body to do something different than what it's probably been doing. So I'm okay with all 3 of those. I hit 3 good putts there. The last one didn't go in. I know that my eyes are over the line. My setup is better. My orientation to the line is really good. And over time, the more I practice this and practice it correctly, the more putts I'm going to make. Be patient with it. Understand how it works. Kind of modify it to fit your body, your stroke. Taller player with shorter arms would have a different setup than a player who is a shorter player in stature with longer arms. Take that into account as you're working with this. And again, be patient with it. It is a work in progress for most people. But eventually, if you continue to do this, your putting inside of 6 feet is going to get more consistent and you're going to putt better in the long run. For more tips like these, go to smartgolfacademy.org, the online academy, where we have almost 90 videos to help you in every aspect of your game to play your best golf.